Hello and welcome to Across Louisiana Big Easy Style. My name is Steve Sawyer, the host of the program, and we're so very happy that you took time to join us. We pride ourselves on giving information about the community, and if you'd like to be a member of the show or give us some information that we could share, we've got a website that we will let you go to get us information. On our show today, we've got Melissa Eugene, who is with the American Red Cross, Mark Mitchell, a very dynamic man who is very passionate about an organization called Cancer Crusaders. We're very, very proud to have Joe Toomy, former state representative Joe Toomy. He's going to be talking about the upcoming Governor's Luncheon that's held on the Westbank of Jefferson Parish. And finally, Beverly Matheny is here. She is with Young Audiences of Louisiana, a very dynamic organization that works with our young children in the school system, and you'll want to hear what she's got to share. That's our show for Across Louisiana, Big Easy Style. We look forward to having you join us, and we'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana Big Easy Style. This is our second show, and we're just so proud to be doing this for the community. And if you've got information that you want to get with us and share on the show, and maybe even be a guest on the show, we'll give you information on how you can do that. And joining me right now, I'm very, very happy to have Melissa Eugene, who is with the American Red Cross. And Melissa, I just read where March is American Red Cross Month.
Yes, March is Red Cross Month. In 1943, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt declared March Red Cross Month. And since then, every president, including President Obama, has declared March Red Cross Month. And we at the Red Cross take March as an opportunity to invite people to join us as volunteers. We honor our volunteers during Red Cross Month, and they help us make our mission possible. Our workforce is made up of 90% volunteers, so they really help us get the work done.
That's incredible hearing that, 90%, because when I think of American Red Cross, I think of an organization that I donate money to because it helps people really all across the world, quite honestly. I didn't even really think about volunteers, and your organization is made up of 90% volunteers, but I guess all the people that you see working disasters and so forth, I mean, they've got to come from somewhere.
Yes, most of them are volunteers, and it's very interesting that you mention volunteers really help us make the most of that donated dollar. So we can stretch those funds much further because we do have volunteers working for us. And during March, we invite people to join us again.
Now, any reason March stands out as American Red Cross Month, or just luck of the draw, so to speak?
I think it was luck of the draw.
Yeah.
President Roosevelt chose or selected
he liked March.
And we're happy to have it.
All right.
So during March, we invite people again to join us as a volunteer. We can't do it without our volunteers, so please visit our website. You can find ways to volunteer, and we have volunteer opportunities for almost everyone.
And the website is?
The website is www.redcross.org.
Speaking to the website, it came to my attention recently that you guys actually have apps that you now have that people can go to.
Yes, we're very excited about the apps that we have that allow people we want people to be safe in and around the home, in and around the water. We want people to be disaster safe as well. So the Red Cross has launched apps to help people prepare for hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes even, and also to be ready to respond to a medical disaster. So there's a first aid app as well. You can also get that at our website, www.redcross.org.
So if I've got my iPad, I can just go to the App Store and then search
just
American Red Cross?
Download the apps. They're free of charge.
That's great.
You can download all of them. They all have different helpful tips that will come to you automatically. The hurricane one will give you alerts when severe weather is expected in your area. So it's very helpful. It can also help you plan and prepare your disaster readiness kit. Gives you ideas on how to help children through disaster response, how to make sure that your pets are ready for an evacuation if that's necessary. It'll even help you find a shelter if you need one.
Wow, that's great. So let's say I want to volunteer. I don't know what I want to do, but I want to volunteer, I want to come help, and I'm thinking you guys would kind of walk me through what's out there and possible training that would come with that?
Yes, we provide all the training necessary, and there are plenty of opportunities. You can help us out with anything from special events to fundraisers. You can ride the Red Cross truck and hand out hot meals after a disaster. Or if you're a medical professional, we're always in need of nurses and doctors to work with us in our shelters, to work with families following a disaster. If you're a mental health professional, we help families through that difficult time. So there's something for everyone, really. You can visit our website and find a list of opportunities there and just talk to us. Okay. You can contact us and we'll help you find a spot.
Or you can go to an app.
You can visit the app.
Taking advantage of technology. Melissa, thank you so much for being with us. Congratulations on all the wonderful work that the American Red Cross does. We're just so proud to have you on the show. Please come back and update us on other important information that you have to share.
I will. Thank you for having me.
You know, the Cox 4 cameras are literally all across this state, and recently we had the chance to catch up with our Commissioner of Insurance, Jim Donelon, and Mr. Donelon has some great advice on tax tips and things like that that we were able to talk with him on. So we're going to talk to the Commissioner right now and get some good information from him.
Hello and welcome. I'm Jim Hogg, and I have the pleasure of speaking with Louisiana Insurance Commissioner Jim Donelon. Jim, good morning.
Good to see you, Jim. Glad to be with you.
Jim, could you start us out and tell us a little bit about what the Louisiana Department of Insurance does?
Absolutely. We are the body that is charged with regulating all insurance activity in the state of Louisiana. Each state has such a department because Congress has ordained through the McCarran-Ferguson Act that insurance shall be regulated at the state level. And I think that's very important to consumers.
Jim, this time of year is tax season, and we've been seeing you travel all across the state of Louisiana as the Commissioner of Insurance, telling folks about the Citizens Assessment Rebate. Could you explain what is this Citizens Assessment Rebate and how can people get their claim in for it, and who is available to receive it?
Every property insurance policyholder gets assessed every year. Typically about 4% of your premium is added to the cost of your insurance and paid to citizens in Louisiana Citizens Property Insurance Corporation, the legislatively created market of last resort for folks who can't get insurance in the private sector. When Katrina hit our state in 2005, there was not enough cash on hand in Citizens and reinsurance in place to pay all the claims. So they had to issue an over $1 billion bond issue, second largest bond issue in the history of the state of Louisiana, to finish paying those claims. And for 12 more years, every property insurance policy will be assessed a 4% amount on average in order to pay off those bonds over the next 12 years. The legislature, after the storms, as a result of the surpluses at that time generated by the rebuild from Rita and Katrina in the southwest and southeast corners of our state, made available a tax. First they did it as a tax credit, Louisiana State income tax credit, and then they added the option to go ahead and get it in a rebate if you didn't owe any taxes to the state. So that each year at tax time, I make a tour of the state, advising people of the availability of this credit. That's how I take mine on my homeowner's policy each year, as a dollar for dollar credit against my tax liability. Or, as I did for my widowed mother a couple of years ago, go back 4 years if you don't owe any taxes, or even if you don't have to file a tax return, you're still entitled to get whatever your assessment is on your policy, commercial as well as residential, back in the form of a rebate. You can go back 4 years, but at this point, the first 3 years, 06, 07, and 08, have prescribed, and almost $200 million went unclaimed by property owners.
Jim, if you've never put in a claim for this before, what years could people go back and apply for this claim?
Good question. And the years that they can go back and still claim are 2009, 10, 11, and 12, and those few that have already been assessed in 13 can claim this year as well. After 4 years, the right to go back prescribes. So at the end of December this year, December 31st this year, the 2009 eligibility will expire.
How does someone file a claim?
They would either do as I do and take it as a tax credit on their Louisiana income tax return, both commercial and residential, or they can go to the Louisiana Department of Revenue website or our website at www.ldi.la.gov, or just call us at 1-800-259-5300, 259-5300, and we'll help any consumer through the process. What they would do at our website is download the form, the one-page form that asks 4 questions of information: name, address, policy number, the amount of your assessment. Attach a copy of your deck page to that completed form, mail it in, and within 2 weeks, the Department of Revenue will turn around and send you a check back for the amount of your assessment.
Thank you so much, Jim. Thanks for spending this time with us. Commissioner Jim Donelon, Louisiana Insurance Commissioner.
Commissioner, thank you so much for that information and for taking time to talk to our Cox 4 cameras. We appreciate it, and we'll look forward to talking to you again and getting more valuable information. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, I'm very proud to have Mark Mitchell, who is with Cancer Crusaders, and we've got some wonderful information about an upcoming golf tournament, and we're going to talk a little bit about Cancer Crusaders and what the organization is all about. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana, Big Easy Style. I am very excited to have with us right now Mr. Mark Mitchell, who is with Cancer Crusaders, and I guarantee you if there was ever a person who was more passionate about an organization they work with, it's Mark Mitchell and Cancer Crusaders. Mark, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Steve, for having me.
Listen, I was all ready to promote and get people to come out and play in the golf tournament, and I just heard you're sold out.
Yes, we're very fortunate and very blessed.
A true
this
testament
year.
to what you do.
Yes, this is our 6th year of having the golf tournament, and we have been sold out the last 4 years. And thanks to wonderful people like you and Cox and all the supporting people in the New Orleans area, we've sold it out again. So we're thrilled.
Congratulations on that. I know we've got Kelly Gibson's coming out to do Beat the Pro. Everybody always gets a big kick out of that. I had the pleasure last year of playing in the golf tournament, and I got to tell you, it's a fabulous golf tournament. You know, I love playing in golf tournament where people are not only treated right, but you have fun, but you also learn a lot about the organization. So my hat's off to you for what you guys do at Cancer Crusaders. So let's talk a little bit about what Cancer Crusaders is and the role you play in that.
Great. Cancer Crusaders is an all-volunteer, nonprofit organization that was established in 1976. To sole purpose and mission is to raise, through fundraising events, raise money for cancer research. Since our inception, we've raised a little over $3 million.
Wow.
And the money is distributed equally to Tulane Cancer Research Center and LSU Cancer Research Center. It's been all of our goals since Cancer Crusaders was established to give back and to enable anyone that is caught with this or affected by this dreaded disease to have the best treatment possible locally, not have to go anywhere else but right here. Unfortunately, not too many states can say this, but every hour of every day, a person in the state of Louisiana dies of cancer.
Wow.
So that is a statement we want to change, and that is our goal, and that's what we do every year to try to make that statement not happen.
Well, I know the golf tournament is just one of a number of events.
Correct.
That you guys do. Talk a little bit about some of the other events.
For the first time, we're going to have our inaugural Dancing for the Cure Supper Club dance at Chateau. I believe the date is May the 17th this year, which will be it'll be a lot of fun, as you know, like the golf tournament. There'll be dancing, food, there'll be some auction items. So we're looking forward to having that event. And then we're having our 13th annual Celebration of Life Luncheon, September the 26th at the Marriott. And I've been very fortunate and blessed to be a part of that. We choose people in the area that have been hit by cancer and survived it. and we celebrate their life. We've had some wonderful people walk on that stage, and we're very proud of that too. So
that sounds impressive.
Yeah, that's a neat thing. I got to walk down with my daughter and my son, and you know, to beat cancer is one thing, but then to get to do it with your family is very special.
That's incredible.
So that's been our anchor fundraiser. That's 13 years we've been doing that. So we're very blessed.
Is there a website that we can go
Absolutely.
to and find out more information if we want to get involved?
Absolutely, and I know it's Cancer Crusaders, but I'm so sorry. So I think it's .org, but it's very. If you Google Cancer Crusaders,
we'll put that
you'll
on the
get it.
screen too. We'll find it. Put that on the screen.
I'll get you that. I apologize for not knowing I think it's .org, but.
Not a problem. What the organization? When was it founded? Have you been with the organization since day one?
No, I have not. As you can tell by my voice, I'm not originally from Louisiana. I'm from Georgia, which you can tell. But it was it started in 19.
We won't hold that against you. At least you're not from Alabama.
No, it was actually started in 1976. We have over 600 active members today. And mostly women. I'm one of the few male people involved in it, but as being a two-time cancer survivor, I just felt the need to give back. And when we got here, we just wanted to get involved with the community and help to give back. And Cancer Crusaders is just the perfect way.
Well, congratulations to you on beating this horrible disease. Congratulations and thank you, because I've seen what you do for this organization. And I got to, again, not that many people that work with organizations put in the time, energy, and effort like you do. So you are committed to it. Thank you for being on the show. And listen, anytime you want to come back and talk about updates with Cancer Crusaders, just let us know. We'd love to have you back. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Steve.
Stay with us, because when we come back, we're going to have Joe Toomy, who's going to be talking about the upcoming Governor's Luncheon. So we'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana, Big Easy Style. We're so happy that you found time to join us. We hope you enjoy the program. We just try to get information out to our community on what's going on. And if you'd like to be a part of the show, if you'd like to be on the show, if you'd like to share some information, we'll give you a site that you can go to in order to do that. I am very, very proud to have with us, our next guest is Mr. Joe Toomy, and I almost said it, Representative Joe Toomy, because Joe has been, if you live in Jefferson Parish, you know the name Joe Toomy, and Joe has been involved in the Governor's Luncheon for, I believe, the past 21 years. Actually the founder of the luncheon, if I'm not mistaken.
And I should correct you, 25 years.
25 years.
That we've had the luncheon, and we've been successful with 25 years, and look forward to the 26th year on March the 28th.
That's incredible. And it's going to be held
at the Ilario Center. And it really is the one of the largest business events in the state. We usually have about 800 people in attendance. It's sponsored by 4 different business organizations, the Jefferson Chamber, the Harvey Canal Industrial Association, the Plaquemine Business Organization, as well as the Algiers Economic Development.
Well, I've been living here for 22 years, and I can pridefully say I've been to every one of the governor's luncheons, and they are, you know what, they're a lot of fun. It's a great networking opportunity. You see a lot of people. But I think it's also a chance to hear some really good information that is shared, because a lot of times, I mean, you know, the everyday citizen, so to speak, you just don't get to go to things like this. And this is open to, gosh, probably, I hate to say it, but it's open to anybody and everybody.
Oh, yes. And, you know, it's been an event that we started so that we would have the governor in attendance locally, and people could see and talk to him firsthand about issues of concern to the community, and particularly to the business community.
Yeah, and it's a good lunch. And if I'm not mistaken, the luncheon, don't you benefit an organization?
The proceeds go to Cafe Hope, which is on the Hope Haven campus, and it's similar and kind of a stepsister to Cafe Reconcile. And it's been a very successful program, and it has a restaurant open at lunchtime during the week. And it's a training program for at-risk kids. Have
they always been the beneficiary?
Only in the last few years, because Cafe Hope is rather new.
Okay.
In the past, it was Hope Haven itself, but now Cafe Hope, and Representative Adams and Councilman Ricky Template, really the coordinators of the event now, and they both wanted to sponsor an activity that benefited youth.
Okay, so the proceeds aren't going to any political organization or nothing with the governor or anything like
No.
that. It's going to support an organization that's in the
Yes.
community and so forth.
And we've raised, over the years, we've raised well over $100,000 for different local
Wow.
charities, primarily Cafe Hope, and before that, Hope Haven.
So how do you start the governor's luncheon? Did somebody come to you and say, "Hey, I need a lunch"? Or
No, I was with Buddy Roma before he took office,
yeah,
and we were talking about it, and he kind of bought into the idea and the opportunity to be with business people and get them all together at one place. And fortunate enough, he came his first year in office and followed every year after. And in the 25 years, we've had the governor there 24 years.
wow.
Kathleen Blanco went out of state for the birth of one of her grandchildren, and we had, at the time, Lieutenant Governor Mitch Landrieu fill in.
Really?
But it's a pretty good feat getting the governor there 24 out of 25
That is.
times.
Congratulations on that. And again, I've gone to every one of them. They're really a lot of fun, and I know I look for them. And I got to tell you, it is a packed house. So congratulations. It's one of those events that I think everybody can honestly say they look forward to it every year.
And this year, you know, we gave the governor a few choices, and he picked March 28th. And a lot of people say, well, that's Holy Thursday. Well, we know that's Holy Thursday, but it's still all right to come. We actually have the Archbishop coming to say the invocation.
Really?
So it'll be a good event.
Well, Joe, thank you so much for taking time from your busy schedule to be here. Congratulations on all the years of a successful luncheon, but most importantly, thank you for your service to this great state.
Well, thank you.
You're a wonderful politician. You're a wonderful representative. You've always been good for this state, and I wish more people were like you. And again, thank you for taking time to be here. When we come back, we're going to have Beverly Matheny, who is with Young Audiences of Louisiana, and she's got some important information to share. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Across Louisiana Big Easy Style. We're so very happy that you've joined us today, and I am very proud to welcome our guest, Beverly Matheny, who is with Young Audiences of Louisiana. Beverly, thank you so much for taking time to be here, and I believe you are a board member, and we were talking earlier, past president for
Yes.
Young Audiences. Congratulations
Immediate
on
past
that.
president.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Accomplishment I'm very proud of.
Well, I will tell you this, and I have the pleasure of serving on many boards and organizations, and it does take time, but to be past president, obviously you're committed to the organization, so congratulations. Tell us a little bit about Young Audience of Louisiana and kind of what your mission and your goal is.
Okay. Young Audience is the largest and the leading arts education program in the state of Louisiana. And our main mission is basically to inspire, empower, and unite our community through arts, education, and to culture.
Mm-hmm. So you're not really part of the school system then. You partner with the school system, let's say.
Yes, we partner with the school system. Young Audiences actually is an affiliate of a national organization,
Okay.
Young Audience Arts and Learning, and this main office is stationed in New York. We're one of 32 affiliates, and
Wow.
we actually do programs in after-school, summer programs in the school system.
Now you're obviously in the 4 parishes that Cox serves here: New Orleans, Jefferson Parish, St. Bernard, St. Charles. Are you also throughout the state as well?
Yes, we actually employ artists throughout the state, and we actually can do programs in other states. For the most part, we're mostly located here in Greater New Orleans.
That's great. How do I, let's say I want to get involved in the programs that you're doing? How do I, as a student, how do I go about getting involved in that?
Well, we're actually right now, we have arts residencies programs. That's where professional artists actually go into the school systems and they take their craft and they integrate them into the programs. And there's a great way of enhancing the learning process in the school system for the students. So the students actually can become involved by just being in whatever area of school. Right now we have 25 schools that have art residencies in their school system. and we have 14 schools that participate in our after-school programs.
Well, that is fantastic. Now, I believe you've got an event coming up on March the 23rd. Is that a fundraiser that you guys do? Or?
Yes, we have a fundraiser. We actually were looking for something that was entertaining as well as that could help us raise the funds to support all the programs that we provide to these children, because we actually provide over 2,000 children. We provide these programs free of charge. So we came up with the idea of doing a dancing for it, similar to the Dancing for the Stars, Dancing for the Arts.
Wow.
And this is our 4th year.
Are you dancing?
Well, I do a little dancing as a chair. I am a chair along with Rachel Parker. And as a chair, we do a little dancing. I don't want to give that away too much, but we have 6 dancing local stars that come in, and our local stars are, we have this year Yulia Hutoglin, who is actually from Russia, and she was a Russian, she was a celebrity there in Russia, a singer, and was really kind of like the Vanna White of Russia.
Wow. You competing against her? Or?
No. She is competing against Joan Zaslow, who is our returning People's Choice winner, because we have a People's Choice winner, and that's a person who actually raises the most money to support this program, young audiences. And she's actually returning this year dancing. And we also have 2 attorneys, Walter Willard and Wayne Woods, and we have Jackie Diamond. So we have a lot of local people that are they're very involved in the community, and they're giving in their time and their talent to participate and help us raise funds. So we're really excited about that.
Now, is this the only fundraiser that you have for the organization?
No, we have 2 other fundraisers. One other fundraiser. One is a annual Christmas party that we do. We host that at somebody's home. But in Dancing for the Arts, it's actually going to be this March the 23rd at 6:30 p.m. at Harris Casino.
At Harris?
Yes, and our sponsoring, our title sponsor is People's Health, so we're happy they're participating with us again this year. And we have local celebrity judges. We call them, one of our People's Choice winners, Ivy Kushner, will be judging, as well as Blaine Kern Jr., and Norman Robinson, and let me see who else. Oh, Rose Hudson of the Lottery Commission.
Beverly, congratulations, 50 years, and congratulations on being past president. Again, I know what it takes to serve in organizations, and a lot of commitment, a lot of time, and you're very passionate about this organization, as you can tell. So best of luck to young audiences. And in the future, if there's things you want to update us on, feel free and come back to the show. Just let us know, and good luck on your upcoming Dancing with the Stars. And I won't say it, but break a leg.
All right, thank you.
And that's our show for today. Thanks so much for being a part of Across Louisiana Big Easy Style. We appreciate you watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the future.